Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Healthcare.gov/clusterfuck. I am on board with the whole healthcare reform thing. I support the Affordable Care Act. I'm down with the individual mandate, the medical device tax, the expansion of Medicaid, the insurance exchanges, the whole thing. But here's the thing. Just because I support it doesn't mean that I think it's perfect or even all that great, all things considered. I'll defend it and I'll apologize for it because I consider it to be progress. Incremental, infuriatingly slight progress. So note to the White House, unfucking the website and making sure that shit is unfucked ahead of time going forward would be a real good idea. Republican senators vote to disapprove of their own debt ceiling votes. Last week, 45 Republican U.S. senators voted for a resolution to symbolically disapprove of the raising of the debt ceiling. The resolution read, essentially, we disapprove of the president raising the debt ceiling, which we authorized him to do and which he had to do in order to avoid the federal government from going into default. But it gets even better than that because 27 of those 45 Republican senators had voted for the bill to authorize the raising of the debt ceiling. The measure to disapprove of that raising of the debt ceiling, which failed to pass, by the way, was utterly meaningless, a desperate dive for political cover. Congratulations, GOP senators, voting to disapprove of a bill you voted for 2 weeks ago in order to cover your asses in front of the Tea Party zealots in your base. You are officially the worst, most pathetic people to ever have your fucking jobs. Rick Santorum is running a film production company. I don't know how I missed this, but Rick Santorum is now the CEO of Echo Light Studios, an independent Christian film production company based in Dallas, Texas. Santorum recently appeared on TBN to promote a film that Echo Light is distributing called The Christmas Candle. The Christmas Candle is the story of an angel that visits a town once a year and works a miracle for the person who lights a magic candle. You know, I wonder what Rick Santorum would wish for if he lit the candle. Would he want to be president? Or would he ask the angel to take care of, that other thing? Glenn Beck keeps getting crazier. Ever since he flamed out on Fox News and was replaced by a show featuring 5 unlikable people arguing with each other about shit they know nothing about, Glenn Beck's TV show has been relegated to the subscribers-only section of his website, where its audience consists mainly of John Birch types with more money than sense and writers for progressive websites who are paid to watch it. But his time spent in exile seems to have only deepened Beck's delusional sense of his own importance. According to Right Wing Watch, the most recent manifestation of Glenn's unbearable yearning to be Arthur Godfrey is his championing of a self-help book published by its author on Kindle titled The Art of Being Unmistakable. The book strikes me as being very mistakable for any one of the countless "you've just got to be yourself, man" sort of self-help books that are currently choking the shelves at your local Second and Charles. But not according to Glenn Beck. According to Glenn, this is one of the most important pieces of writing in quite some time. One of the most important pieces of writing in quite some time. It sounds to me like Glenn Beck has never heard of a little book called The Secret. Republican Party official admits ID laws are about voter suppression. Week before last, Don Yelton was asked to resign from his position as a precinct chair in the Republican Party of Buncombe County, North Carolina. Why? Because Yelton publicly admitted that a recently enacted state voting law, which requires voters to show ID at the polls, eliminates same-day voting registration, and cuts back on early voting, was created with the purpose of suppressing votes by, among others, Democrats and black people. Now, a lot of us already knew this about this North Carolina voting law, as well as the many other similar laws currently being pushed into law all across the southern United States, but it's still nice to hear it explicitly stated, for the record, just so there's no confusion. By the way, Yelton made this too candid for comfort admission on The Daily Show. Not 60 Minutes, not the NBC Nightly News, not CNN or MSNBC, The Daily Show on Comedy Central, which is now, by default, America's leading source of relevant television journalism. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.